Evening and welcome. We're going to play a bit more Crunchy Morph tonight. We're going to start off with Dithly versus Frangecom. And we're in Venus. Let's go ahead and take Edward here. Going to give him Scout of Hades. And I'm not sure how difficult this map is going to be, but I'm going to give him the long rifle. We'll give him the good backpack. We're also going to give him a med kit, and we'll need to actually make some vests. So I should queue that up now before I forget. And we can make some good vests, so we'll queue those up. Yeah, let's make a full stack of exploding ammo. And we'll make a couple of SMGs to go with that. Nothing's better than very fast exploding ammo. Again, we're doing Dithly, so I think this will be fine. Our opponents are colleagues from the PMC. Their ship is hovering nearby. They surely know where the PCPU is located. We don't know. So our goal is to kill a certain number of targets, 15 of them. This will be made both easier and harder by the fact that Quasimorphosis is not really going to be a problem for us to start with. The reason I say easier and harder is killing a certain number of units is easier if they all happen to die because they exploded somehow. Oh, that's gonna suck. Alright, need to reload as we wander away. Okay, that could have sucked. We got a fracture. They had a stun baton. Alright, we now have a stun baton. We're gonna disassemble the butt pants and their armor. Let's go ahead. We're gonna throw a item on us that's gonna have basically no chance of fixing the wound. But the idea is that we got regeneration out of it. Again, we're going to slap something on the wound. That's not going to help, but we're going to get some regeneration out of it. We'll take those pants. We'll disassemble the rest of it. Still no plastic for us. Ooh, blade. Interesting. I've not seen that. we didn't get it, so, you know, that's fine. This will solve the break that we have. The orthopedic cast is a guaranteed healing of the problem. Torment MAF. It's a backup gun. Uses 9mm ammo. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead and swap that out. The robot we did take apart. We got a foot. Probably not something to worry about carrying around, but I will take it. Unfortunately, we have a big pile of remains, which is not great. Apparently, a couple of robots exploded in this pile of remains as well. Yeah, the single bullet SMG is pretty big. A vest would help out a great deal here, but we don't have one. I don't know if I have cover here or not. I do. It's not great, but it is cover. There it goes. It just blew up, so I no longer have cover. Okay, this is a problem. We're going to use that cast. Okay, we're going to step away. Awesome. All right. We found a package full of drugs. Go ahead and use the armor part there. Let's disassemble these pieces so I can repair my armor. Drugs can be used to upgrade things on our ship, which is good. I need my med kit. I probably don't need 2 different stacks of ammo, or of weapon parts. Shotgun. Currently has blunt rounds loaded, so I will take more blunt rounds. Like I said, a vest would have been great, but we didn't see one. I'm going to swap the cloth for some wire. Thought I had more wire somewhere. There we go. The wire can be used to make things on our ship, and that'll be important. Mustard plaster, great for fixing freezing, but causes extra pain. Oh, okay, I guess. Knife maker repair kit. An actual grenade. And a vest, which is great. Ooh. LEMAF, tactical pistol. Well, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and grab that over the shotgun, I think, because that's something I would want to bring back. I didn't think we were far enough in the game to start seeing new items like that. Those are only tech level 3, but I didn't think we were at tech level 3. So the bro we're playing right now passively loses Quasimorphosis over time. He is just that chill. The demons are like, God, that guy is so boring, we don't even want to go there. And because of the class he has, he almost doesn't need food. Yeah, and these guys are based on the mission that we're playing that would also track. We're here to stop an elite team from extracting with the PCPU that they're trying to steal. So that's really bad, and I'm dead. I was not expecting another squad there. Alright, we're gonna try that again. But we're gonna take Marika. 17 enemies to kill on this floor. Oof. And that's not all the enemies, that's just the special enemies. Now there's 14. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Do you need vests? This guy had vests. I'll take the pistol. No, I'm not going to take the pistol. I'll take the ammo from the pistol. That guy had the SMG, which I'll take for now, but I probably won't use, and we'll probably just ditch. AI module.
Let's bring him in publicity.
I am kind of behind cover. And we've been fractured, so we'll go ahead and splint that. What? The fuck happened there? Yeah, me too. Why is there fire that's just randomly going by there? I don't trust it. I don't like it. I'm gonna just eat the truffle oil. Lower actuator. Huh. Didn't get it. That's fine. I found the reason there was fire. There wasn't really a way for me to survive that. There was not really a way I was going to survive that. Alright, let's try it one last time. We're going to go with Isabella. The only way I think I could have survived that is if I had entered the room running, like opened the door, and then activated running, shot once, and then stepped away. That's the only way I think I could have survived that. Arrow? The hell is that? Oh my god. Also, I didn't bring any ammo. Alright, we need to just leave. Uh-huh, I know. You guys are still shooting. We're gonna splint the fracture and wait for them to run up on us. Are you gonna come over here? What the hell? That doesn't seem to be a 67% chance to hit if I miss 4 times in a row. That just seems rude. Alright, we're gonna drop the Renly mask. Looks like we've got a full set of pierogi gear. Well, not a full set, but some pierogi gear. Take it. And fortunately, we have ammo for the shotgun, which is good. Another fighter backpack, which I am tempted to call down the pod just for the backpack. I'm not going to, but I'm tempted. For the military armor case and the backpack, yeah. We'll eat the entire military ration. Got some guardsman clothing, some smokes to use. Throwing knives. Okay. Let's go ahead and call down the thing. Reload the pistol, and then switch out for the shotgun again. And call down the thing. Capsule. Landed there. That's fine. If we can find a can, we can get some eats. %. Missed 3 times in a row. It's a 12% chance to miss. We rolled 3 times. That's not XCOM, baby. It is a very difficult game, though. I do really enjoy it. Go ahead and just slap that on there. The music being so amazing also helps. Bunch of ammo. Field emitter. Did not get it. Another fighter backpack. We are definitely sending the 2 fighters up. The guard's clothing and the armor case, because that's really a 3rd fighter backpack. All right. That's really good. Considering I walked in here having forgotten to bring ammo, I'm pretty happy. am I still carrying the Igvas spitter? I'm going to dump that. All right, backpack, armor case. We can crack the armor case open if we need to when we're on the ship to give ourselves some pretty good armor. Same is true with the guard armor. It's at least decent armor. Another gunsmithing case. Okay, that's the floor exit. And we're going to take this rifle. I should just go down to the other floor, complete it, and then we can come back up and loot. But I'm being greedy. And we found that can I was talking about. A spider? A spider that seemed very intent on ignoring me. I really enjoyed XCOM 2, but for some reason, I just haven't been able to go back to it. Alright, we're gonna make a can of spider soup. I want to take the pierogi gear. I know it's not pierogi, but that's what my brain keeps telling me, so that's what I'll keep calling it. Alright, 1 can of spider soup, please. Yummy. Because of parking enforcement. Never played it, but this game has a lot in common with Swords of the Star of the Pit. I'm surprisingly really awful at Sword of the Star of the Pit. I wanted to like it, but I am so bad at it, it was hard to enjoy. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to gather up enough meat to make 2 cans of food. And then we can go down to the next floor. I say go down to the next floor. I do want to explore over here. Some more ammo. Yeah, Sword of the Stars was very punishing. And this is too, but I think I enjoy the individual runs a bit more. I think one of my problems with Sword of the Pit was uh, you could be dead and not know it for a couple of floors because of a durability issue, or you are literally not going to find what you need. But it's been a number of years since I've played it, so I could be remembering incorrectly. Our crazy meter is really high right now. I'm going to go ahead and just use a morphine to drop that crazy meter. Because all the demons were just killing people without my input. Which is fine, they don't need my input, but... we are in Venus. Take the Igvas. Not necessarily the weapon, but we'll take the Igvas. I do want to look to see if we can come up with any more loot that's worth it. That's why I have the Rogue AR. I don't have a lot of ammo for it, but I have it. But I hope to leave before the Baron shows up. But, like, I need ledgers. Ledgers are really important. Switchboards are really important. I think those two items are enough to just convince me to leave the floor right now. I think that's enough to convince me to just leave. Okay, from Dithly, we got Gallon Ultimate, some robot parts, a bunch of energy ammo, and some smokes. I'm going to just make sure I leave Isabella with ammo. Go ahead and make our arsenal there. It's something we can upgrade. Need a military data unit. And then we could get the active monitoring. Ancom properties. So, if we go to Venus, there should be a place to turn in that Ancom property thing. All right, let's do core word versus church. This is a one skull mission, so I am going to just send her out with the Hydra pistol. And some probably safe food. We found a PCPU that's stuffed with data. The guards here are probably not going to let us take it. Now, one skull mission can absolutely just still kill me, but it's a little less likely. Yeah. I'm gonna take the shotgun, ditch the Hydra. Ow. Just got shanked. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to die. We're gonna take the watermelon, and we're gonna eat our other food there. Use our med kit. Healed up most of the thing. I don't think I need drugs for frostbite here. But getting shanked like that wasn't terribly great. Oh, we disassembled the arm bone he had. I was like, how did we end up with meat? Oh, there was a torso caught in the shirt. Are you gonna die? Geoscanner. Watermelon. It's a berry. Alright, chainmail can be repaired with rusty metal. It doesn't give us any extra vest slots, but it does protect us from piercing and slashing. I am out of extra shotgun shells. I heard a door, which means there's likely an enemy in this room. No? Okay. We are going to throw our shotgun on the ground and punch some boxes. Nothing in the boxes but disappointment. Also, where did my chest armor go? For some reason I unequipped it, and I don't know why. Alright, let's see if we have more disappointment or if we have actual loot. What'd you find? Just disappointment, sir. I didn't know you were in the boxes. That's a lot of water berries. So each one of these watermelon disassemble into slices of watermelon, which you can then eat, and think you get 3 watermelon per. Well, I can't make goulash. I'll be right back. All right, thank you for your patience. Shavashine. Very likely to cause alcoholism. I'm not sure why you would ever make it unless you needed to get rid of radiation sickness. Well, we found some more shotgun shells. Eat the pack of gringos. Ooh, actual food. Just gonna take down the half pack of cigarettes there and eat the food. Okay, let's go on down to the next floor. Are we playing Edward again? No, we're playing Priya, I think. I was just watching the crazy meter tick down, and I was like, wait. The civil resistance propaganda is broadcast on all frequencies. They're pretending to recruit more workers, but we all know the raid isn't for that. It's for so-called expropriation of everything that isn't nailed down. I don't know what that event means, if we're just going to end up fighting... Okay, so we have church and civil resistance units on this map. Alright, we need to reload. Please don't kill me. Ow. There's a lot of civil resistance units packed into that small room. Beans. We're going to swap out that rack for this rack. Take the red front pants, because that's slightly better. Our submachine gun is about to break. We can repair it a little bit, but still not going to hold together very well. Now, the crazy meter is rising very quickly, and I think it's because of the church and the red faction fighting each other. Not fighting each other with a whole lot, but definitely fighting each other. And yeah, I know I probably don't need to bring home the watermelons, but I want to. Okay, the PCPU is on this floor, and it's down this way. Ow. Okay, that was kind of mean. It was enough for him to blow up. This floor was definitely just packed with food. And cabbages. Interesting. Cabbages do not go bad, so they're not awful to take home either. Oh, that cabbage is actually a couple of pipes. You know, like cabbages do. There's the PCPU. Okay, there is, I was going to say, more areas up here for us to look at. But man, that's a lot of red faction. And we have to pay attention to our crazy level. Let's go to call the capsule. And it landed back here. Would have crushed the cabbage had we not taken the cabbage. I don't actually know what happens if you put the PCPU in the capsule. So I'm not going to. I don't know if that means you're guaranteed to complete the mission or you don't have it. Like if you somehow fail the mission because you didn't have it in your inventory. Which would suck. Oh hey, smokes. We're now addicted to nicotine, but we just cut down our crazy meter by a whole heck of a lot. I think I want springs if I'm going to take anything back. I should break open those crates, because you can find stuff in them. But I also very rarely find stuff in them, so I'm not going to. Water! That door is about to break open. Ew, squishy noises. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Is we're going to equip the drill. We're just going to check up here. There's more cabbages. but we really should consider going. But cabbages. I now have more cabbages than anyone will ever need. Crunchy morphosis, exactly. Welcome back, Hero Logic. Pair of jeans popped out of that. Candy bar, hey. All right, we can go. I probably should click the evacuation button. Well, now we have just an entire pile of food. Okay, from Coreword, we got a cutter and a bunch of ammo for the cutter. We also got mining work gear, which was something we were bottlenecked on, so that's really good. Or maybe we would have been bottlenecked on. We would have been bottlenecked on. We also need a toolbox, but I feel like I find more toolboxes than mining gear. All right, let's try Franchcom versus Tez. Franchcom hates us. Well, not hates us. They dislike us because we keep shooting them. But I will help them against Tez. Alternatively, we could just try and help Tez, but I feel like that's just not the way I want to do things. The army of the Emerald Empire can slowly advance through the system. Now the gaze of the Emerald King is fixed on Edge 6. Tez says there's a factor preventing capture. He talks about energetic and courageous warrior. We studied the personnel of Franchcom and came to the conclusion we are talking about an employee of the local security service. Tez would like us to eliminate them. Or we can escort the security officer down to a safe location. Let's go ahead and do that one. We'll do our best, but I'm not expecting a lot, so I'm going to just give us a tourist backpack, a Hydra, and a Taiga shotgun. Actually, we're not even going to go with the Hydra, we're just going to go with the Taiga shotgun and a bunch of ammo for it. Oh, we learned how to make throwing knives. Yay. Let's go ahead and take a pile of cabbage with us for food. And part of a med kit. Escort the officer to the specified location. So we want to rush our way down to floor 3 if we can. He's also got a Taiga shotgun. And just happens to have an extra fighter backpack. So, sure, we'll take his fighter shotgun. Fighter's backpack. I mean, if he had a fighter shotgun, I'd take that too. Glad the guy behind me has a shotgun. I'm gonna let them burn. Take the knife, so I have a knife now. And we'll repair up our cool headband. Thanks for shooting me. Drink our Coke. Disassemble all of that. Take the rags. Mechanism parts. Okay. May just want to take an extra knife in case I just need to throw a knife, because I'm not going to find a whole lot to replenish my ammo stocks. He says as he finds a little bit of extra shotgun ammo. Oh, hey guy. A vest. I want none of you to explode into demons. Can you do that for me? We're going to take the Jeff Hammer there as a backup shotgun. And we're going to go down to the next floor. Alright, well, I'll take the rogue AR instead of the shotgun. We'll disassemble the shotgun and turn it into repairs. And you are going to take a handful of rags, just in case you can use them as medical supplies if you need them. Yeet. Gonna grab the Igva spitter. I don't know or I have no idea how effective it is against the Vesuvians, but it's something I can potentially get more ammo for, which helps. Spider cocoon. Throw it to unleash a spider. It is possible to end up with unlimited spiders, which in most cases is a horrifying prospect. It makes Skeletor very happy, though.
This is restricted area.
Yeah, well, I'm allowed to be here. Don't mind me. We're gonna take the spider joint, because we can just graft that onto our people if we need to. Or want to, I guess. Hi. Alright, the missing there is kind of brutal. We're going to use our med kit. Take all the Igvas we can. Hey, fool, welcome back. For tonight, I didn't feel very tactically minded, so playing some more Quasimorph. We found a shard which does decay, but it can repair anything. So we want to bring that along with us. I'm still taking damage. I should probably fix that. I don't have any way to fix it. Okay. It's fine. Medical bed. That can fix it. Hooray! Everything is saved. Hola Logic is a weird name. The elevator should be somewhere else, apparently. What? There's a door I missed. That would change it. Ledgers. An AI module and a management unit. Excellent. Let's go ahead and call down the capsule. Didn't land too far away. We'll send that stuff up for now. Elevator? Elevator! Yay! Okay, so now we just need to get our bro to to the spot on this floor, and we can be done having pushed Tez back. You still have some ammo. I'm going to give him a little bit more. Okay, we found the skull rack. It's where they keep their extra skulls, so in case you lose yours, you can just put another one on. That was a crunchy sounding crit. Ten hit points left. Not enough. For me to have felt comfortable not throwing a knife at him. Alright, let's try and go down here to... We want to try and get to the room that we need to take him to. Another AI module. Cool. That's not the room we're supposed to take him to. Just a room full of dead people. I see them. Switch back to our shotgun. Alright, this is the room he needs to get to. So as long as he doesn't get ambushed in here, we have completed our mission. We'll take the manipulator, sure. Let's go ahead and just go before this mission fails. Randomly failing missions are just awful. So we want to leave before it randomly fails. As a reward for saving a valuable employee, Xcom sent us a package. Military goods, a mind chip, several crates of guardsman clothing, and a bunch of stun grenades. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and repair up our Taiga shotgun. The shard has several more uses. Is there anything in here that I'd like to repair up? Not really. Okay. We have realware versus core word, and I'm going to do the realware mission. I'm going to go ahead and use that shard up, because if I don't use it now, I will forget about it, and it'll just go away. So we'll repair up some of Isabella's stuff. Now, for this mission, we're not taking Isabella, but I wanted to repair up some stuff. We'll take Priya. And we'll take a couple of slices of watermelon with us. And I'm going to go ahead and install a spider knee to replace their original knee. Now, something you need to be aware of, because this has fucked me over once or twice, is if you install an augment, no matter what, it's going to unequip your gun for some reason. As soon as the security service or PMC guarding Sampo Quern realize the battle is lost, they'll retreat or lay down their arms. You just need to destroy half of the combatants. Ow. So the spider part that we just installed into Priya's leg gives her regeneration. Okay, we can make a vest. We have a chainmail vest, though, so we'll hold off for now. We need to kill 10 units, which tells us there's 20 units on this map. Anyone else? Yep. As soon as I started reloading. Which I probably should have seen that coming.
Just begin to...
Nail gun. I will take that. More nail gun. Extreme balloon. I'm sure those drugs are safe. Probably well tested. Even more nails. And an AI module. Cool. I forgot to see if we could upgrade the ship after the last mission. Ooh, welding machine. And a dog head in a box. There's the elevator. If we get addicted to smokes, we can take our Barnaville now. Cartridge press. Cryo ammo. Okay. Would require some... why is there just a nail gun here? I don't know. The cartridge press, though, would require some ammo that or some items that I do not have, and probably will not find. I thought for a second I was shot so hard I dropped a water bottle. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to reload. Rude. Ran around the corner and fractured me. Gonna grab this water bottle, not drink it because we can't. Apparently we fractured our stomach.
Just begin to leave, and again, battles are everywhere.
Oh, that was a misclick. I did not get punished for the misclick, but it was definitely a misclick. I would like to heal this fracture because I am unable to eat food at the moment. Now, have we seen a stove on this level? Does not look like it. Reanimation neutron. Fried spider bit will give us quasi-morphous level. We go a little bit crazy having to eat it, but on the other hand, it is a good chunk of calories. Need to fix up our nail gun a bit. Fortunately, that can be done with plastic or just by replacing the entire nail gun. Either way, we have a luxury lunch, and I'm going to actually disassemble it so we can eat these tuna and the truffle oil, which both fixes our craziness a little bit and feeds us. This infection is a problem. So on this floor, we need to kill 10 targets. Now, the mission itself may just complete if the targets just spontaneously combust through crazy levels. Wow, I really need this infection to go away. It should start ticking down on its own, but it's certainly not being very forthcoming about it. Okay, enough enemies have died that the mission completed. And because we're starving to death and we're super infected, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave. There's... well, okay, so I can eat both of those. And I'm no longer starving to death. But I still feel like it would be worth it to just leave. So I'm going to. Rather than trying to stay, having the Quasimorphosis take up and getting killed. RealWare was pretty happy with that and gave us several boxes of military parts. And an item chip for the Crash shotgun? Alright, 1 stack of nails. So we need military data, I think. Military unit, and we also need a toolbox. If we go here and we look for the military data first. Darknet, management, military. 1 equals infinity. I think that may be a bug. I'm not sure. Someone makes and sells it on Venus.
We can terminate orbit, sir. Confirm charge and go. Your guidance has converged. You're looking good. Roger. In.
So, if anyone watching knows, I have the secret data for Xcom. I don't know where to turn that in. Do I just exchange it to Xcom here? 300. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a bug. I should not be able to buy the military data unit for a single triangle. Okay, we're gonna do some upgrades to our ship. If I hadn't used the luxury lunches, we could do the data decoders. Okay, I will be right back.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
All right, let's go ahead and sell the secret data to Amcom. We got a class chip for TronCon, elite knife, a full set of shadow armor, a shotgun, and a rifle, and ammo for those. So that's cool. Definitely a bug with the military data here. And I'll just buy those out so that we don't have to look at that bug anymore. Good work, Mercenary. If you need contracts, we distribute them through the SBN channels. Work for us and you will become rich. If you stand in our way, there will be consequences. I can't stand these corporate boss. It seems like you and Frank have satisfied your sense of justice. There's chaos all over the system. Taking advantage of the sudden appearance of quasimorphs, corporations have reshuffled the markets. Stations change owners almost every day. Tez, who seems to be grateful to us for its awakening, is squeezing the corporations on Venus. The civil resistance has been showing activity around Mars. Maybe we should continue fighting against them if we get paid for it. There's no quasimorphosis there, so it'll be easier. We can start working for anyone and make them the dominant force in the system. Yeah, several items have their cost broken right now. It's kind of weird. Okay, we need... is it... I think it was a toolbox. It, in fact, was a toolbox. So where can I find toolboxes? Toolboxes are made in Mercury, Hecate, Jupiter, Io, and Titan. Fuck. That doesn't help me much. Tez is out here selling Gavak. All right, let's do this mission for Grasshopper Technologies. And we're going to take Priya out again with her nail gun and her mostly broken face. Send her with a can of food, a used med kit, and a chocolate bar. No loot up here, no loot in there. Our goal is to eliminate targets. We were just kind of on auto walk there, which could have been really bad. Branded nail gun, construction tool. It's better than my nail gun. Geoscanner. I did not want to reload. I wanted to unload. We'll take the Hydra pistol. And then we'll immediately drop the Hydra pistol and take the shotgun. Yay, upgrades. So that was not a filled... not a filled barrel like I was hoping. Take the loot. And I was talking about how I needed a toolbox. We just found a toolbox. So that was cool and fortuitous. more military goods. We're going to go ahead and just call down the escape capsule now. Because some of these items we actually still need. Okay, if we use our scanned map and look around, we know that there's no loot anywhere down there. The elevator is right there. There's no loot in that room. There's no loot up there, so we're just going to make a beeline for the elevator. Well, ow. Take the rogue AR. And we'll replace the glory armor. CI Joe, Corporate Enforcer Joe. So there's only 4 enemies on this floor that we have to kill, and they may die due to Quasimorph, or they may just... Someone's fighting.
Employee detected.
Another AI module. Do that. That bro was just hiding in the corner from the Quasimorph. I mean, I'm not going to judge him too hard for that. It's a pretty reasonable thing to do. Tuna fish steak. Another geoscanner. Oh, that's a saw blade launcher. Man, that accuracy was kind of abysmal. Let's go ahead and switch out our shotgun for the saw blade launcher. Because, you know, I want to have danger in my life. There was a ammo press in this room, but they blew it up. They blew it all up. Take the data management unit. And we'll pop open the food so we can chow down. There we go. Food acquired. I'm gonna really want that barrel to explode. I didn't lose a leg, but we did get lacerated. Oh, that could have been really awful. Shooting a bouncing saw blade in such a way that it could have bounced back and hit us. I have died that way before. Alright, we're going to drop the saw blade launcher. We're going to use the smokes we found on the ground. Definitely could. I feel like it's warranted. Okay, this floor is clear of enemies. Well, not clear of enemies, but clear of the enemies that are a mission critical. Buddy, you may want to turn around. I don't mean to tell you how to live your life, but did you know there was a giant monster following you? Heckin' infection. My boots are very broken. Well, they were DIY boots, so they're fix them yourself boots too, apparently. All right, there are a total of 5 enemies on this mission. And again, that's wrong. There are not just 5 enemies on the mission. I'm going to use this last first aid up to get rid of the infection. Not really sure what's going on over there. Oh, you must be panicking. Yep. Okay. And you were trying to shoot, but... mission completed. Man, your epitaph reads, belly bumped to death. Alcohol package. Yay. We could just use that now and get so hammered that not even the demons want to party with us. Or we can take it back to our craft and use it to upgrade the ship. Okay, my nail gun broke, and that's a problem, so we're going to repair it up. The quasi-morph levels are high, so we're going to go ahead and leave. Despite the amazing guitar riffs there. We got the Korov submachine gun. Fires 9mm bullets. High crash mod, which we already know. High-tech repair kit. Some rifle ammo, and some food. And with the toolbox being secured, we can get the scavengers. And we can even get to flash freezing, which allows us to store items that would otherwise go bad. The scavengers are great because now every time we finish a mission, we get free loot. Tez is on Faction Tech 2. I'm betting about half the people seem to be on Faction 2. Or Tech 2. Dithly will be on Tech 2 in just a moment. 17 days. Are there any missions this way that I want to do? Dithly, Daydream Chem or Planet, Bridge. What about if we go to Mercury? Not really. Let's go back to Earth. There's a couple missions on the moon that we can do.
We'll leave it the way it is and wait for us to come back home. Roger. Out.
Engineering a repair kit. Cool. Ultimate Gallant weapon. Has a silencer and laser sight. And a Crash Mod P, which is a shotgun submachine gun. Now let's go ahead and make a couple of those. Why not?
You are go for the orbit. Roger. In.
Rat, I missed your sub earlier. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I apologize. I don't want you to think I was ignoring you, but I don't think I was sitting down when it happened. Greetings, mercenary. We've been monitoring your interstellar ship whenever possible. While evaluating your usefulness, we wanted to be able to contact you immediately. The time has come. You might be interested in another contract. Reclaim our property. The mission Abjadord on Venus. The digital sequences of the contract used by Xcom are generated or rewritten. It looks like the contract is somewhat suspicious. It's likely that the mission is not about reclaiming, but rather seizing someone else's stuff. That area used to belong to the Fresco Corporation. I suspect we're after something of their advanced research. Alright, first we're going to do Dithly versus Franchcom, then we'll do Dithly versus Franchcom. Is this the moon? Okay, this is the moon. Not just any moon, but the moon. Alright, let's go with Marika. And we're going to give her a bionic spider knee. We're also going to give her a backpack. And because I'm a cool guy like that, a full set of armor. And a vest. Give her one free spider ally. One can of food. And let's go with one of the shotguns we just made. This is on the moon, so I actually want the blunt ammo for the shotgun, because the moon can spawn enemies that are immune to buckshot. TronCon. Getting a wound activates 1 extra AP. Last round will give you extra ammo. Dodge chance. Alright, we'll go with TronCon then. We have marked locations of the cargo on your map. It's hidden deeply within Quihilirium 3. Such parcels are common. Find and destroy the cargo. Uh-oh. What's up, beautiful?
I haven't gotten a lot enough sleep the last 2 nights. I'm going to bed early.
Okay. You set the alarms?
Yes.
Okay. We can get there on time?
Yes.
Okay. I love you.
No,
Sleep well, beautiful. Okay, taking a quick look around the moon map. There's a game there. There's an old piece of food there. This room's worth exploring. Yay! Oh, I went the wrong way. Can't go that way. Let's go ahead and summon our little spider friend. Yay, spider friend. It's gonna attack at will, doing spider things. There's 1 box to destroy on this floor. We have to go left and then down, or right and then down. They killed my spider friend. Alright, we're gonna need to back up and use our med kit. There we go. Quasi-morphic samples. Some pierogi boots. My spider friend didn't do a whole lot on this mission. That's okay, that happens sometimes with spider friends. Disassemble the Jeff hammer. And take the pack of smokes to help deal with the crazies. That exploded pretty well. I'm hopping. Uh-oh. At least I'm not hopping mad, I guess. Okay, let's see if we need to go up to this room. Looks like we do. Another Jeff Hammer. The Crash mod has a much longer range than the Jeff Hammer. Single saw blade thrower. No. But thank you. Ah, fuck. Armor case. Military goods. Alright, we'll trade some armor for that. Now the thing about the shotgun that we have currently versus other shotguns is because this spits out so much ammo, it does less damage. So it only does 21 to 32 as opposed to 30 to 60. But it fires twice as much, so it's basically the same thing. And that spiky boy is exactly why we are not using the regular buckshot ammo. Paven, it's going well. I hope you're doing okay today. Better than yesterday. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, no. I'm not sorry to hear that you're doing better. I'm sorry to hear that yesterday was tough. I realized I needed to amend that. Okay. Explodey.
We don't want trouble.
And we're gonna leave while they have trouble. How did the trouble do? Uh-huh. Oh. You know, that one trouble is just causing them a lot of trouble, I guess. Man, he just ripped right through all of them. One can of food, please. One food. I'll take your finest, the food. Do we have 3 floors? We just have 2 floors.
Stay in position.
Okay. Ow. Alright, we did get wounded. The splint is not going to fix it, but it is going to give me some health regen. I was content to let him kill them, so I used less ammo overall. The shadow armor we have doesn't provide the most resistances, but the resistances it provides are pretty. It provides a bunch of them across the board. So we have laceration, resist, pierce, blunt, a little bit of fire, a little bit of cold, and some beam. Only things we are missing are poison and shock. Take the Varnigan axe there. Nice. This guy was carrying a rogue AR. Which again it's not like the rogue AR is a great weapon, but it is a workable weapon for us. And that meant extra ammo for us. %40 chance to heal this time. Ooh, repair machine. Yeah. Okay. 45% chance this time. Now, you absolutely do not want to melee those down because they explode like that. But it does save you some ammo if you do it correctly. Combat AR. That would be fun to have, but I don't have the ceramic plates for it. How many stations have I hopped? I think we've been to... Tonight we've been to the Moon and Venus, so that's at least 4. Uh-oh. Someone's trying to break through the door, which means there's going to be an enemy that pops out of that room. Probably a belly bumper. Just a possessed dude that couldn't figure out how doors work. More quasi data. Oh, no, research disk. Alright, I think we're going to call down the capsule. And it landed all the way down there. So we're going to go down there. Then we're going to come back and loot some more. So we don't starve, we're going to eat our can of food. Okay, that'll help. Given that it's almost 11 o'clock, this will be the last mission for the night. Management unit. Ledger, which we still and probably will need for a while. Possessed, bro. Come on. There we go. I was trying to get him to just die without me having to spend any extra. B12 vodka. 400 calories, reduces quasi by 100. Let's go ahead and make a gun box. Cool. But it looks like we've got all the loot, so now we're just gonna go ahead and go back to the elevator and call this mission completed. So folks, I want to say thank you for hanging out with us tonight. As always, I appreciate you. There will be should be a stream tomorrow. And it will likely be more Xcom. Industrial spare parts, another toolbox. Some security pants. But that's all I have for you tonight. Dictator, Hurologic, Paven, Rat, and anyone else who's out there tonight, I appreciate you all. Thank you, and have a good night.